Welcome to Sit Downs with City Lifestyle, Vegas Edition podcast. My name's Chrissy Bound from Henderson City Lifestyle, here with my counterpart,
Camilla Salea Ray. Welcome, everybody.
We are joined by Joyce Toti today, and she has quite the bio for Camilla to share with you.
Yeah, I might have to read a few things because she is
Very
inspirational
impressive.
and amazing, like a true leader in the community. And since I met her, I've really looked up to her, and she has this huge
Same.
following on social media from all over the world. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me calm down for a moment. And so she's the founder and CEO of Collective Women's Leadership and a nationally recognized leadership voice. With decades, she has experience in sales, retail, and the gaming industry, all luxury. And she brings real-world insight and experience to her work. She has an MBA from Pepperdine and is a franchise owner herself. Last year, she opened Pause Studio here in Vegas. And I have to make a parenthesis. I'm obsessed with the float in her studio. I go once a week at least. It's really amazing. She also built a leadership module-based learning app, hosts a successful leadership podcast, and has a grown, thriving in-person communities in Austin, Las Vegas, and Scottsdale. Oh, my Lord. I'm glad I'm reading this. And like I said in the beginning, she reaches women all over the world through social media. She is an inspiration to us. She says it like it is. She has no filter. She's my kind of woman. Welcome, Joyce Toti.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. That's quite the introduction. And
Well, it's
wow, I was
up to
thinking,
par,
geez,
girl.
wow.
I mean, that's who you are, really.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
a leader, and I'm really honored to have you a partner of City Lifestyle through Pause
sure.
and through Collective Women's Leadership. So thank you for being here today.
Yeah, I'm so excited to chat with both of you. I've known you for a few years, just getting to know you, but everything has been great, and I couldn't be more excited to sit down and talk.
That's awesome. So, Chrissy, I've talked a lot. Let's
Yeah.
balance the
Yeah.
stakes a little.
I mean, Joyce, so you and I met originally right before Collective Women's Leadership was launching. It was, as it was getting off the ground, the first event was coming up. And I mean, watching that organization just take off over the last few years, like wildfire in this community, has been awesome. So for those who may not be familiar with Collective Women's Leadership, tell us a little bit about the organization.
Sure. Collective Women's Leadership was dreamt, and the idea I was an older grad student. So I went back to get my MBA at Pepperdine, as you said, right after COVID. And it was a 2-year program I was in. It was some virtual, some in person. I was in school with a lot of young undergrads, right? They were in their early to mid 20s, and they all entered the workforce in their bedrooms on their computers.
So
and
tough.
these young women, to no fault of their own, didn't have the luxury of settling into a typical office setting or a business setting that we all had the luxury of doing, where we could watch other women who were more senior than us, how they walked, how they talked, how they what they looked like, how they were dressing, what they were wearing.
Role models, basically. Yeah.
They didn't have that luxury.
Right.
Instead, they were stuck on a computer screen, not being able to take any cues. And they would constantly ask me, first they would be like, Joyce, how are you so confident and you have a point of view? I thought that was so great. I'm 20 years older, so thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
And that comes with a lot of tenure.
Yeah.
But I found that they were lost, and there was the word mentorship had gone away. And companies had really slashed those women's initiatives in their companies after COVID. And I saw there was a gap in the market here locally. So typical networking communities are very industry specific
Yeah.
or very title specific, two things that I think are absolute bullshit.
I love it.
One, if you are only within a networking community within your organization and only surrounded by people that are in your organization, the data is showing that we're going to have many more careers in different industries. You're not going to stay in this industry
Right.
until you retire. And if you are unhappy or think you need a change and you only know people within your industry, how do you get out?
Right.
Two, the ones that are title based are typically VP level, executive level. But if you're an entrepreneur and you don't hold that title, how do you get in? And then the third thing is there was no true mentorship that was happening. So I came up with Collective Women's Leadership to really fill those voids. In Collective Women's Leadership, we don't care what industry you're in. We definitely don't give a shit about your title. And we're truly here to mentor and learn and lead from one another. So that's how it was born.
And what I love about this story is that you did not repeat
A cycle.
no, not a cycle. It's a mold, right? You did not repeat the mold of masterminds or social networking, social clubs, right? You have gone a step above because you have several programs, and I would love for you to share with us.
Through Collective Women's Leadership, there was other things built. So we learned, as you said early on, we decided to put out a post every single day. So our social media strategy and branding strategy had to be one. And I come from very luxurious brands throughout the world that are worldwide. And I learned from the best in terms of how to brand and how to market and how to show up from the world's leading industries. And I always tell people that be careful who you're trusting and who you're paying on these platforms because where they come from matters. The path they've walked matters.
And people don't believe that. People don't believe that. I saw a post that you did the other day about how women should dress. Like what should they should avoid in the corporate world, like these super long fake nails, cleavage, and extravagant makeup and other things. And I remember seeing a comment from a woman who was in the music industry or in the theater industry, I don't know, entertainment. And she said, I never look at those things when I'm auditioning. I'm like, she's talking about the corporate world.
Right.
You know? Yeah. Trolls, like we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah. So because we had such a following, a vast following, ironically, that came from the international markets, they all wanted to know how to be involved in this community without living in Las Vegas. And so last year we launched our app, the Collective Women's Leadership app, which we have a module that launches every quarter, and it goes through things like executive presence, emotional intelligence, how to get through tough conversations, how to negotiate effectively and be self-advocate. And we continue on with these because what we found and what I found in my years in these industries, it doesn't matter what industries women are in. All of these problems we all go through. They're it doesn't matter what industry you're in. We all typically it's a male-dominated industry. And how do we sit at the table and feel as though we belong there? How do we negotiate effectively with a bully? How do we self-advocate? How do we become the voice of ourselves? And there's a lot of things that you can do even prior to opening your mouth.
Right. Tell us a little bit. Let's give real life tips.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, where do I begin? There's so many, right? So the first thing is how you're showing up consistently. Like, who do you want to be and who are you? And that takes a lot of work. I mean, you're not intended to know that maybe in your 20s. But what I did at the very beginning of my career is I was truly looking up to my mentors. And I just wanted to know where you got that sweater, where you got those earrings. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm like a girl's girl because if I want to know what lipstick you're wearing, how you look so fabulous, and I just wanted to emulate it. So I started just emulating all of these senior directors and VPs within companies that I would see come in, and I would have interactions with them. And I was like a big sponge. I just wanted to know and learn from them. So if a top executive was wearing heels and lipstick every day, guess what I was doing?
Yep.
Every day I'm wearing heels and lipstick. Now that's become kind of my signature, right? And I understand that I've learned through a lot of development and I am very self-aware that at times I come off intimidating, but that is not my problem.
Exactly.
If I prefer lipstick and heels and you don't, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're not the same.
Yes.
I will help you.
Yeah.
But I'm not the one that you should be intimidated by. Instead, you should take that energy of you being intimidated and maybe not wanting to speak with me because you'll know in about 2 seconds, I will help you. I will help you.
And you do.
Yes.
You do.
And you do. It's incredible how open you are, how willing you are. You are a ladies advocate.
Yes.
You
1,000%.
Yes.
Yeah. And I just a quick anecdote for that. Like, I had just bought the magazine and, you and I sat down and to speak to that exact thing, the first person to like all my posts, to check in with me and see how things were going was Joyce. And you were just in my corner from the very beginning. And I can't thank you enough. So it's not just something that you say on the, on social
camera,
media.
yeah.
You live the life, and I am indebted to you for that. So I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, it was great. And one thing you mentioned is that confidence. And you mentioned that a lot of younger people struggle with that confidence as they're entering the workforce. Was that something that you were born with, or was that something that has grown over time, or a little bit of both?
I wish I could say, and I'm very honest about this, I was born with thinking I was the most badass bitch to walk the planet. Like, I don't know where it came from. I'm the firstborn. We can get into that. I'm a Taurus. Like, we can go through all of those anecdotes of like, does it matter if you're a firstborn? Probably. Does it matter what your sign is? Maybe. So all that woo-woo stuff. But it all aligns. Like, I'm truly script book, like exactly what they say I am. So I don't know. I have my parents to thank for that. I watched my mom growing up in the 80s as a single mother, going to work and getting dressed. And so she was like the heels, the nylons, the power suit, the shoulder pads, the 80s perm, the blue, I watched her get ready for work every day.
Yeah.
And I think that is also, I talk to often women who may not have been raised with a working mother out of the home. And I think there are times that those women struggle a little bit more. And so I was very lucky to have that. Even though I watched her struggle, it actually did me a hell of a service. Because I wanted to be, and I come, my grandmother and my mother are old school. Like, you're not going out of the house without what are you doing? You can't take a picture without lipstick on. What? So I'm happy I was raised that way, and there's something to be said for it. I don't know if you've seen the studies, but if you wear makeup to work, you're making 30% more.
Yeah.
So people can get mad at it. People can say, and I don't mean like a full face of makeup. This is where people get very confused in what I say. I'm a full face makeup girl, but if you like a tinted moisturizer, some lip gloss, and some mascara, do yourself a favor and just do that.
Yeah.
Something that makes you look that you tried.
Yeah.
Just try
The effort. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Very cool.
Another thing I love about when the group gets together, and this was something that was a staple for you from day one, no mean girls allowed. And everybody had to be referred or recommended. Everyone's vetted. There was no meanies allowed. And I think that has also, at least as part of the organization for me, really stood out, because it can be intimidating to join a new group as if you don't know anyone,
especially of badass women, right?
Of leaders in the community. It can be intimidating, and I think that sometimes people can hesitate to join a new group because of that fear. Whereas with Collective Women's Leadership, everyone was just so welcoming, and everyone is there to help each other out in some way, shape, or form. And that's the culture that you've created.
Yeah, the culture I created from the very beginning is, there's never a networking event where someone's trying to one-up one another. Business cards are not out. People aren't trying to vie for business. Yeah. And you hear that a lot in other groups, maybe, that there is this competitive edge that has to be at the forefront.
Yeah, and you have to score points, and you got to bring someone new every week or whatever. And the truth is, from my perspective, it's about connections. It's about building relationships. You are going to do business with people you like and trust, period.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who is who, the title, like you said, the bullshit of the title, the industry. You can change industries. I'm in my fourth career. It's a totally different industry for me that I entered when I was in my late 40s.
Sure.
Right? So it's about the connection, the person really, and the effort and the intent that you put into it. It's about community. Yeah. Very absolutely. Cool. And Collective Women's Leadership also has the nonprofit giving. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because that is super important to us.
It was really, an aspect of it is giving back. We're a powerful group of women.
Yeah.
And I thought that it would be a great idea once a month that we take the community into a local 501c3, because a lot of women love to give back. They just don't know how. Maybe they're new to the city. Maybe they don't know how to actually volunteer at different charities, but they have volunteerism in their heart. And so every month we highlight a new 501c3 that's locally driven and impacted. And we host breakfast there where you get a tour of the facility, how to give back if it speaks to your heart, and what that entails. So through one of these that we did last year, we were introduced to Project Maryland, which is period poverty. A, I didn't know what Project Maryland was. B, I had no idea what period poverty was and how atrocious that is and ridiculous that is. And the mission that Wendy Schweigart and her team have that they're doing there. And it's so women-based, right? And she's so direct in terms of what her mission is. So last year we decided to do volunteering there as a group, and then I decided to give half of our platinum memberships back to her. So we gave her that $10,000 check this November for 2025, and we're doing the same thing in 2026.
Are you doing it for Project Maryland or?
We are.
Okay. So is that like the nonprofit of choice for
me.
Okay, very
For
good.
now, nonprofit of choice from the monetary standpoint.
Yeah.
But like I said, like this morning we were at 3 Square, and we're doing something really incredible with them for our Christmas holiday event.
Oh,
So
awesome. Yeah, you'll have to come back and tell us all about it when it gets
Yes.
closer.
it'll be great.
Very cool. I want to pivot a little bit and talk about Pause.
Okay, great.
Oh my God, I love Pause.
Camilla's obsessed with Pause. Since she started going, she's talked to me about it at least once a week and how much she loves this
Yeah,
place.
so tell us what inspired you to open a wellness studio here in Vegas, because it is one of a kind.
It is, yeah.
Right. So how did you find it? What inspired you to choose that one amongst others that I'm sure you had access to as well?
When I signed up for Pause, it was the exact same time I was launching CWL.
Oh my gosh.
I had no idea what CWL would do. I just thought we were going to be like 5 of us having coffee once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I honestly thought.
How
it was
many
gonna
members
be.
do you have today? Do you know?
We hover around 130 to 150
Wow.
just in Vegas,
Crazy.
Yeah.
and it's growing because I think people now aren't sitting back and watching anymore. They see us all the time. I mean, if you don't know who we are in this town, like obviously you're not.
You're
opening up
missing
social
out, yeah.
media.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
You
do
guys are
not see
everywhere.
us? No, so now I think people that were maybe cautious a year ago see that what impact we have and what an insane group we are. That is amazing. So I think now we're getting even more and more members. And I used to know everybody, and I don't, and that is hard for me sometimes.
You always try, though. I
do
see you
try.
at every event. You're always walking around trying to meet everybody that's there.
Yes, always trying. So Pause, I signed up for the franchise at the same time. So I did not think it would be like 2 full-time jobs at the same exact time, launching and scaling.
Oh, that's
and
Wait,
hilarious.
and you were also finishing school at the same time.
I was also finishing my MBA.
Wow.
So Pause spoke to me for a few reasons. In this world that we live in today, there was not anything of its kind in terms of bringing all of the modalities under one roof, and just the way it looks and aesthetically, and what I can provide, that peace and wellness in a modern day recovery environment was really important. So Pause is a modern day health and recovery wellness studio. You don't have to work out to go enjoy our services. A lot of people think that.
Yeah.
You need to recover, even if you're not an athlete, even if you just need to recover your mind, or you need to hydrate, or you need some red light therapy, all of those things. So we offer, do you want me to go into what we offer?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
No, I
we
was just gonna say that from what you said now, you can summarize it into it's a self-care place. It's a place where you go to do self-care, because I believe that we have mind, body, and soul connected.
Yeah.
So just because you're not an athlete, like you said, doesn't mean that you don't need a reset in your mind.
That's right.
And the float can do that.
That's right. So we offer IV therapy, NAD+,
Yeah.
compression therapy, cold plunge, infrared sauna. We offer the red light bed, float therapy, and we just got the brand new escape machine in, which is actually unbelievable. We're only one of 3 locations in Vegas to have it. One is on the Strip. The other place, you have to be a member of a club, and then you have to come to Pause because you don't have to be a member, and you can use it.
Tell us what it is. What's the escape?
So Escape is the first AI machine massage table.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
and it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's Escape. It's AESCAPE. You can look it up or come to Pause.
Yes.
It is 30 minutes or 60 minutes of a massage. You lay face down on this amazingly comfortable table, and then you control the massage. So when you're looking down, you have an iPad, and it becomes more intuitive the more you use it. So for example, if you loved your first massage, the second time you come, it would say, hey, Camilla, do you want me to start where I left off, or do you want to start over? So it continues to love what you're putting in the system and will massage you that way.
That's incredible.
In no way does it replace a human. I love my personal masseuse that comes over, and I love a personal masseuse. What this is it's oil-free as well. So we give you a
that's nice.
suit, like kind of similar to a tight workout suit, like leggings and a top. So it glides over very specifically your body as you need to. So this is for people who don't have time that week to be fully oiled, you could do this
Wash
on
your
your lunch
hair.
break.
Yeah.
You can do this between appointments. You can do this between meetings. So it's that kind of non-committal because it's not oil-based.
Incredible.
You'll have to try it this week.
I will.
We have a waiting list going already. So.
Oh my good, I better jump on it then.
Yes,
Yes, because I have a standing appointment every week for the float.
So you should just call and have them put you in before your float.
Okay, I will do that, and I'll say that Joyce said so. So
Yes.
I'll skip the waiting line.
There you go.
It's okay. Very cool. And so, are you open every day of the week?
Yep, we're open 7 days a week, 8 to 8, and our nurse is there Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah, the services and with the membership. So I'm a founding member, and you get so many incredible benefits. I get the float. I can do cryotherapy. No, thank you.
You did do it though.
I did
did
try
try
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't mention cryo. We also
Yeah, I
yes.
did try it, and it's an amazing. It's like you're walking into a meat freezer.
That's right.
But it's a very stylish meat freezer. But you can like protect your ears, your hands, your feet,
Your extremities.
And I thought I was gonna suffer, and it wasn't that bad.
It's a dry cold.
Dry cold. I thought I was not gonna make it to 2 minutes, but I did. I did feel my brain start to freeze at 2 minutes, so I had to leave the box. Maybe it's just I'm impressionable. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you. Have you done the cold plunge?
I am not a wet cold person.
Okay.
I've done the cold plunge. I prefer dry cold. Just like I prefer dry heat.
Yeah.
I don't
Same.
prefer
I'm
wet
with you.
heat.
Yeah.
The cold plunge. I could not get in for more than 45 seconds.
That's great though.
Yeah. that's a
Usually
good
it's 30
start.
seconds.
And pins and needles, and I could not go lower than my hip bones.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so hard. It's so
45
hard.
seconds. The first time
That's
I cold
great.
plunged, I think I did the 30 seconds. I was like, I got to get out. Not because of my body, but my feet were so cold.
Yeah.
And my feet were going numb. I'm like, I have to warm up my tootsies. But yeah, I think all these things though, it's funny because like both of your businesses, like all the wellness stuff that you're providing at Pause ties into that overall
Yeah.
wellness, mind, body, self that also ties into collective women's leadership. So even though you're running two totally separate businesses, which is so much, and I don't know how you find all the time in the day to do both, they both kind of feed into each other in a unique way, you know?
Yeah, because you're also a wife. You're a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a full slate, girl.
Yes.
I have a girl
do.
crush on Joyce. I
So
just
do I.
have to
I think
say it
everybody
out loud
does.
here in the studio to register this. Yes.
I think everybody does that meets her. Well,
Hey, listen, it's not I don't know if people should like work how I do because I've always done this. So I did this in my careers, and I've now doing it even more. I think I'm working obviously more now than for any corporation, just because they're very different models. But as an entrepreneur, as you both know, that you can't shut it off, and I'm
Right.
constantly pivoting and making sure what we're doing is right and effective and has impact. So I don't want collective women's leadership to grow to a point that isn't having impact. So that's important, right? So I'm not necessarily about quantity.
it's
I really want the quality of women who are paying to be a member to be involved. So if you're a member and you're not going to come to events or coffee connects or really connect with other women, then honestly, maybe this group is not for you, because the point of it is for you to elevate yourself and your business as much as you can.
Through real,
And
authentic
through
connections.
Real authentic
Yeah.
connections. So I'm not looking to, have women just be in it pay their membership fee and say I'm in it, but I'm not involved.
Yeah.
Because that defeats the purpose of what we're here for.
Yeah. And I think Chrissy was about to wrap up, but I have one more question for you.
Sure.
What's next for you?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What is next for me?
Yes. What's next for Collective? What's next for Pause? And for Joyce?
Yeah, so Collective Women's Leadership, we're launching our new website February 2nd.
Are we going to have a party?
No. But what you'll have is we've grown up off of Squarespace.
Okay.
So you're going to have your own login portal with your picture, all of your information,
Awesome.
all of your events. So it's
cool.
It's a very nice user flow for the members. Our app is relaunched, which we did a lot of work to that over the last year, just learning about how to launch an app, what it takes, how you need to refine it, those types of things. We are launching Collective Women's Leadership in Scottsdale at the end of the year.
Nice.
And then hopefully Orange County at some point. So those are on the docket. And what else is next?
There doesn't have to be anything next, too, right?
That's a lot.
You
I was
can
gonna
say,
say,
"Oh,
it's
this
quite a
is
bit.
like."
I think Pause Henderson is coming. I finally found a space.
Ooh, great.
That's awesome.
So hopefully that LOI
awesome.
went out and we can get the ball rolling on Pause Henderson, which will be really great.
Yeah, you're going to serve the two, you know, extremes.
the
Two sides of the valley. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do you want to wrap it up? Because I'm like so
That was
sad
so
to wrap
fast.
this up. Yeah,
I know the time goes by really quickly, and we'll definitely have to have you come back on with us again because I feel like we barely scratched
Yeah, we
the
didn't
surface
even.
today.
Yeah, I mean, this
We
was really
scratched
short.
the surface. But really quick, how can people join Collective Women's Leadership, or how can they find you on Pause? Both.
Oh, Collective Women's Leadership, literally, if you put that into your search, everything comes up at the very top. So collectivewomensleadership.com. Instagram is at Collective Women's Leadership. Our app is at Collective Women's Leadership. And then Pause is Pause Las Vegas on all platforms as well.
And you can find it on Red Rock City Lifestyle.
That's right. On the inside cover.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, stay tuned for more with Joyce. We're definitely going to have you come back once we get to the spring, summer months. And we appreciate everybody who listened, watched along with us today. Subscribe to our page and stay tuned for more. Thank you, and we'll see you guys next time.
And share this episode because more women have to know about Joyce, okay? And if you want us to interview another personality here in the community, just DM us, email us, and we'll make it happen. You know we only bring out the best in class here in Las Vegas. See you later.
We'll see you next time. Thank you.